Have you ever wondered how student nurses handle emergencies? It's a question that sparks curiosity and admiration. These dedicated individuals, still in the midst of their education, are often thrust into high-stakes situations where seconds matter, and the right decision can make all the difference. Imagine a world where every student nurse possesses the confidence and competence to handle any medical emergency that comes their way. This isn't just a dream, but a reality we all help to create. The importance of this skill set cannot be overstated. It's not just about saving lives, which is undoubtedly crucial, but it's also about improving patient outcomes, reducing stress, and cultivating a culture of readiness and resilience within the healthcare community. As we delve into this intriguing process, we'll uncover the steps, strategies, and mindsets that empower student nurses to rise to the occasion. So buckle up and prepare for an enlightening journey. In the next few minutes, we will explore the steps these brave individuals take to manage emergency situations. And before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos like this one. The first step in an emergency is the initial response. Emergencies can come as a surprise, but how we respond shouldn't. The initial response is crucial and can significantly influence the outcome of the situation. In the heat of the moment, it's natural to feel a rush of adrenaline, fear, and confusion. However, as student nurses, we need to rise above our emotions and stay calm. Staying calm not only helps us think clearly, but also instills confidence in those around us. Next, it's time to quickly assess the situation. What's the nature of the emergency? Who's involved? What's the level of urgency? This swift assessment helps us prioritize our actions and provides a clear picture of the situation. Remember, there's no room for assumptions or guesswork here. We need to rely on our senses and our training. Speaking of training, it's our greatest ally in emergencies. The drills, the simulations, the countless hours of study, they all prepare us for these critical moments. They equip us with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions and act quickly. So don't underestimate the power of your training. It's the difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling prepared. Now, let's talk about calling for help. Yes, you're trained and ready, but you're not alone. Whether it's alerting a senior nurse, calling a code, or dialing 911, getting additional support is vital. Remember, in emergencies, every second counts, and having extra hands on deck can save time and lives. Finally, always remember that the initial response is not about being a hero. It's about doing your best to stabilize the situation until additional help arrives. It's about using your training and skills to make a difference. As student nurses, we are at the forefront of patient care. Our actions, especially during emergencies, can have a profound impact on our patients' health and recovery. Therefore, staying calm, quickly assessing the situation, calling for help, and relying on our training are crucial aspects of our initial response. Remember, the initial response can often set the tone for the rest of the emergency situation. After the initial response, the next step is prioritizing care. This is where the rubber meets the road, where the chaos of an emergency situation begins to take on some semblance of order. The process of determining who needs immediate attention and who can wait is not a simple one, but it's a skill that student nurses are taught from the get-go. Picture a bustling emergency room filled with patients, each with their own set of symptoms, their own stories. Amidst this scene, student nurses are trained to quickly identify which patients are in critical condition and which ones are stable. This is not about deciding who is more deserving of care, but rather who needs it most urgently. Now, how do they do this? The answer lies in a process called triage. Originating from the French word trier, meaning to sort or separate, triage is the backbone of emergency care. It's a method that allows healthcare professionals to categorize patients based on the severity of their condition. Think of triage as a color-coded system. Red, for example, might be used for patients who require immediate attention, while yellow could signify those whose condition is serious, but not life-threatening. Green, on the other hand, might be assigned to patients with minor injuries who can afford to wait. This system provides a visual snapshot of the emergency room, guiding nurses and doctors as to where their attention is needed most. But it's important to remember that triage isn't a static process. It requires constant reassessment as patients' conditions can change rapidly in an emergency setting. This dynamic nature of triage is what makes it such a critical skill for student nurses to master. In essence, prioritizing care is like being the conductor of an orchestra. Except in this case, the music is the hum of the emergency room, the instruments are medical equipment, and the musicians are the healthcare team. The conductor, or the nurse, ensures that each section comes in at the right time, playing the right note, to create a symphony of coordinated care. And so we can see that prioritizing care is crucial in managing emergencies effectively. It's the process that brings order to chaos, ensuring that every patient receives the right care at the right time. Once care has been prioritized, the next step is administering aid. This is the stage where your training truly kicks into high gear, and every action you take could have significant impact on the patient's condition. First aid is often the first line of defense in a medical emergency. This could include anything from bandaging a wound to performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, often known as CPR. If the heart stops, CPR serves as a temporary yet vital bridge until more advanced care can be provided. It's a dance of chest compressions and rescue breaths, a rhythm that breathes life back into the body. But remember, it's not a solo performance. It's a symphony of team effort and timing, where every second counts. Now let's talk about bleeding. It's crucial to remember that not all bleeding is the same. From minor scrapes to major wounds, the approach varies. For minor wounds, cleaning and bandaging may suffice. For more serious cases, applying pressure to the wound, using a tourniquet or packing the wound with dressings might be necessary. The goal? To control the bleeding and prevent further harm. Then, there's shock. It's a complex reaction the body may have to injury or illness, and it can be life-threatening. Treating shock involves keeping the patient warm, laying them down with their legs elevated, and monitoring their condition closely. It's about creating a calm, reassuring environment while you wait for more advanced help to arrive. But remember, administering aid is not about being a hero. It's about being a helping hand, a calm presence in the storm. Your hands, your voice, your knowledge, they're tools in this critical moment. And these tools are only as effective as the care, precision, and calmness with which you wield them. Remember, administering aid is a crucial part of the emergency response process. It's a set of skills that requires practice, precision, and a cool head. It's where your training meets reality, where knowledge becomes action. Administering aid can often be the difference between life and death. After aid has been administered, the next step is communication and documentation. Let's start by emphasizing why communication is so crucial. As a student nurse in emergency situations, you're not working in isolation. You're part of a larger team, and everyone needs to be on the same page. Clear communication ensures that all medical professionals involved understand the current situation and can coordinate their actions effectively. It's like being part of a well-rehearsed orchestra, with each person playing their part in harmony to create a symphony of care. Now, communication isn't just about talking to your colleagues, it also involves keeping the patient's family informed. Imagine being in their shoes, the worry, the uncertainty. Your words can provide comfort, clarity, and reassurance in a time of distress, which is just as important as the medical care itself. Next, we move on to documentation, another aspect that is as crucial as the clinical intervention itself. Picture this: you've handled the emergency brilliantly, but you failed to document the care provided accurately. This can lead to confusion, misinterpretations, and even legal repercussions down the line. Documentation is a way of telling the story of the patient's care journey. It includes everything from the patient's initial condition, the interventions made, the patient's response, and any changes in their condition. This record is essential for future reference, ensuring continuity of care when shifts change or when the patient is transferred to another department or facility. And let's not forget about legal protection. In the unfortunate event of a dispute or allegation, your documentation serves as a record of your actions and decisions. It's your best defense, so ensure it's thorough, accurate, and timely. In conclusion, while your technical skills as a nurse are undoubtedly crucial, they can only take you so far. Your ability to communicate effectively and document meticulously is what completes the circle of care. They're the unsung heroes of the nursing world. Effective communication and thorough documentation are vital parts of handling emergencies as a student nurse. The final step in handling an emergency is reflection and learning. This stage is just as crucial as the actions taken during the emergency itself. It's about taking a step back, analyzing the situation, and identifying what went well and what could have been improved. Did you stay calm under pressure? Was your response quick and effective? These are the type of questions you should be asking yourself. Each emergency you encounter is a unique learning experience, and the reflection process is what allows you to extract valuable lessons from it. Furthermore, reflection fosters growth. As student nurses, you're continually learning and evolving. Each reflection presents an opportunity to hone your skills, to become better equipped for future emergencies. By understanding what you did right and what you could do better, you're not just improving your own practice, but you're also enhancing the quality of care you deliver to patients. Reflection and learning allow student nurses to continually improve their skills and deliver better care in future emergencies. So, how do student nurses handle emergencies? Let's recap. We began with the call to action, where the immediate response is crucial. Never forget, every second counts. Next, we discussed the importance of an initial response, being sure to assess the situation and ensure safety first. Moving on, we explored prioritizing care, recognizing that some patients require immediate attention, while others can wait. This is where your clinical judgment comes into play. Then we dove into administering first aid, reminding ourselves that our knowledge and skills can truly save lives. We then focused on the importance of communication and documentation, emphasizing that these are not just administrative tasks, but vital components of effective care. Lastly, we reflected on the value of learning from each emergency, using each experience to grow as a healthcare professional. By following these steps, student nurses can effectively manage emergencies, making a significant difference in patients' lives. We hope this journey has been enlightening for you. Keep learning, stay vigilant, and remember, you're doing an amazing job.